I am not perfect. I know, take a moment to digest this huge news. It's going to be a shocker to a lot of you. You may just take a breath. The massively obese woman with the spot on her chin and the bad hair is not perfect. It's life-changing information, I realise. But I felt I should come on here and say that. Because I don't know if it's the central heating or what. It's kind of like, I think, you know, when you put your heating on and all of a sudden mold, it just like multiplies and just, it's everywhere in your house if you're not careful, right? That's what trolls are like. Everyone's putting their central heating on because it's getting cold, and the trolls, they're everywhere. They're growing in every corner. It doesn't matter where you go. You can find one of them if you look. And so I thought I would take a moment to come on here and address them. Now, I don't get many. I have had, mostly, these are spam comments and no one else sees them. People write on my surrogacy videos just masses about what a, you know, woman of the night I am and how I sell babies. You know, I don't actually make any money, but whatever. Apparently the final points of surrogacy is lost on them. And I've noticed recently a lot of my friends are dealing with various kinds of trolls. Have a go at you because you're not perfect. Because apparently you have to be perfect at all times if you're on YouTube. To some trolls, right, one group, a friend's got a little girl and there's toys on the floor and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you're letting your child crawl around in all that rubbish. What, you mean sitting on the floor with her own toys? Okay, I don't know, maybe she's mastered Wingardium Leviosa and all of the toys in her house are floating 1 foot off of the floor for the baby to play with, but most of us don't put the toys on a table because like small hands smack on the head is generally considered bad for children to get head injuries. So I'm not quite sure how we're supposed to have worked a way around this particular conundrum, but there you go. However, you know, she's being made to feel bad because she's not perfect. How dare her house not be perfect? She's a mum with young kids. On the other side of the spectrum, we've got another friend who has this woman, I'm assuming it's a woman, who, bless her cotton, she spends so much energy, so much effort goes into her writing nasty things. I think she's going to rupture a blood vessel or something. I feel like saying, love, calm down, get a cup of tea. You're going to do yourself an injury. No one should spend that much energy trying to be horrible to somebody because what's the point? Calm yourself. Chillax, as they say. Oh no, that's a really annoying word. Ugh. Anyway, she's decided that this person thinks they're perfect. It's her interpretation of the videos because she's never said she's perfect. I cannot get my head around it. She's never said she's perfect or anything like that. But this person's like, oh, you look at you. You think you're so perfect. Well, you're not perfect. You think you've got the perfect house and the perfect children and the perfect life. But you're not perfect. You're not perfect. You're horrible. Or something like that. And I'm just like, really? You're just... I don't even know where to go with this. She's like, all right, love. So she's not perfect. Hate to break it to you, but pretty much no one is perfect. Nobody's perfect. I like to think in some ways everyone is perfect to somebody, but I don't even think that's true. Like, I love my kids. They're pretty damn close to perfect, but they're not perfect. They bicker way too much to be perfect. And my husband's pretty fantastic, and I do love him, but he cannot blooming wash up, and he's incapable of putting his dirty laundry actually in the laundry basket. Not perfect. Clearly, I'm not perfect. I mean, I could spend just hours top to toe picking on every fault of my entire body and my personality. Nobody is perfect, but here's a thing that I find. Just because somebody says something horrible about you doesn't make it true. Just because someone says, oh, you're a really nasty, horrible person, doesn't make you a nasty, horrible person. You can't make everybody love you. You don't like everyone. There's no one on this planet that likes everybody, and everybody doesn't like everybody else. It is what it is. There are people I don't particularly like, and there's people that don't particularly like me, and that's perfectly fine. I would never go out of my way to be really horrible to somebody, and I find it quite, you know, pointless that other people feel the need to do that, but I actually kind of pity them. How much spare time do you have? Go out, make friends with people, get some damn hobbies. Stop spending your free time going around on the internet being nasty to other people. It doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make them a worse person because you're being horrible. It just makes you a person that feels the need to go and be horrible to other people. Well done, you're doing life really well. So don't listen to it. Just ignore it if you can. And if you need to vent, get a friend, even me, and just go rah in an inbox and get it out of your system and move on, because they are not worth the time all the energy. You are worth so much more than the best things some people can say about you on the internet for the most part. Honestly, I absolutely love so many people I've met on YouTube. I have met the most amazing people. I've made the most astounding friendships. I feel so very blessed. And there's few people that have sent me nasty, horrible things or written really crappy comments aren't going to change that. If you don't like it, as I said, delete, block them and move on with your lives. But don't ever think that it changes who you are, because it doesn't. Somebody's interpretation of your content is just their interpretation. It doesn't change who you are. Carry on being the completely awesome, wonderful, brilliant people you are, and try and enjoy life as much as you can, because let's be honest, life on its own is going to poop all over you with stupid things that no one can control. So I like to make what I can control that little bit better wherever possible, because frankly, it sucks being miserable. It really bloomin' sucks. And instead, I try and embrace the awesome in the world, and I have a pretty damn awesome life. Thank you very much, even if it isn't perfect.